Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling what is easily the single most pressing question hanging over literally all of our careers right now. What is artificial intelligence actually gonna do to our jobs? There's a lot of fear and anxiety out there, and hey, understandably so. But today, we're gonna look right past that panic. We'll use hard, data-driven research to figure out exactly what's happening in the labor market, and more importantly, how you can find some actionable empowerment amidst this massive technological shift.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the AI job threat, displacement versus job growth, automation versus augmentation, the human creativity moat, and finally, thriving in the AI era.
Section 1. The AI job threat, approaching the singularity.
Let's set the stage by addressing that immediate, visceral fear we have all felt recently. Will AI take your job? It is a totally anxiety-inducing question, right? With the explosive rise of large language models, it's become the most urgent question worldwide. We used to think physical, blue-collar jobs were the ones facing automation, but the script has completely flipped. Suddenly, it's the accountants and copywriters who are sweating.
And we have stark warnings backing up that fear. The CEO of Anthropic pointed out that artificial general intelligence, or AGI, could reach human parity by 2026. Experts are warning this could potentially displace up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs. I mean, scientists who previously thought this singularity, that moment AI actually outsmarts us, was decades away, are suddenly pulling their timelines way up. Tech leaders like Mark Zuckerberg and Sundar Pichai are issuing warnings too. They're noting that highly trained knowledge workers, coders, accountants, architects, are now directly in the crosshairs of this technology.
Section 2. Displacement versus job growth, the macro data.
Now, what's really interesting here is the source. To understand the actual reality on the ground, we have to look at the global numbers, not just panic at those alarming headlines. The World Economic Forum's massive 2025 Future of Jobs report is a highly credible global labor market study. It tracks the exact structural shifts AI and other tech are causing across industries. Let's look at what they project for the years leading up to 2030.
92 million. That is a truly massive number. According to the WEF, 92 million jobs are expected to be displaced globally by 2030 as technology and AI take over more of those routine, analytical workflow tasks. And if we just stopped the analysis right here, it looks exactly like the apocalypse everyone fears.
But we have to look at the other side of the ledger. Simultaneously, technology, the green transition, and other global economic shifts are expected to create 170 million entirely new jobs. As old tasks get automated away, totally new demands emerge in oversight, problem-solving, and managing these new intelligent systems.
So what does this all mean when you do the rapid-fire math? Well, the global economy is actually projected to see a net growth of 78 million jobs. Yes, it's a formidable, massive disruption. Millions of people will absolutely have to transition. But fundamentally, at a macro scale, this is a story of creation offsetting destruction.
And we can see this reality playing out in real time. Take the U.S. job cuts reported for 2025. Out of over 1.2 million total job cuts announced that year, less than 55,000, which is under 5%, were actually attributed directly to AI. So the immediate apocalyptic job wipeout simply hasn't materialized yet.
Section 3. Automation versus augmentation, the co-pilot shift.
So the crucial point is right here. The key to surviving this transition isn't just wondering if your job will change, but exactly how it's going to change. Recent research out of Harvard Business School highlights a massive divergence based on a role's specific tasks. Jobs purely based on structured, routine cognitive tasks, these are the automation-prone jobs, are seeing labor demand shrink. We're talking job postings down 17%. But roles that require humans to collaborate with AI, using it to actually enhance their work, the augmentation-prone jobs, are seeing a 22% surge in demand. Firms are actively hiring people who know how to use AI as a co-pilot.
And this isn't just some academic theory. A Bloomberg Intelligence survey of over 600 senior executives at large global companies found that these leaders expect AI to drive more workforce expansion than workforce reduction over the next 3 years. They're viewing AI primarily as a tool to transform productivity, not just as a quick excuse to downsize their staff.
The numbers completely back this up when we look at corporate workforce plans. Nearly double the amount of companies are focused on training their existing workforce to work alongside AI, that's 77% of them, compared to the 41% who are planning to downsize due to automation. The market is absolutely screaming for collaborators, not traditional executors.
Section 4. The Human Creativity Moat. Building your defense. This brings us to the real intellectual plot twist of this explainer. If AI can now write code, draft legal briefs, and generate marketing copy, what actually makes a human worker special anymore? Well, the answer is originality. We need to redefine what originality means in the AI era. According to studies published in Neuroscience News, AI is actually surprisingly predictable. Because large language models are essentially just advanced statistical engines, they tend to generate the most probable average answer based on their training data. Humans, on the other hand, possess the unique capacity to generate unexpected outliers. We break the rules, we draw upon our weird lived experiences, and we form cross-domain connections that algorithms simply cannot predict.
And this brilliantly illustrates the divide that emerges when you combine research from Forbes and Harvard. If a company relies entirely on AI, their outputs become highly homogeneous and predictable. They quite literally just generate the average. But human ideas? They are highly diverse. True innovation, the kind that leads to real market breakthroughs, requires those unexpected human outliers.
Jacqueline Ning Lane, a researcher at Harvard Business School, perfectly summarizes the optimal workflow here. She discovered that the best results do not come from having an AI generate a bunch of generic ideas and then having a human filter them. No, the magic happens when the workflow is inverted. The human uses their unique perspective to frame a highly original problem, and then the AI is used to expand and execute on it. AI is a powerful multiplier, but it needs your unique human perspective as the base number to multiply.
Section 5. Thriving in the AI Era. Your action plan. We've looked at the data and the theory, but now let's pivot to the exact tactical steps you need to take right now to protect and grow your career. The absolute core mindset shift required, which is heavily emphasized in analyses by tech observers like Star Rocket, is this. You must transition your identity from being a mere executor to becoming a collaborator. If your entire professional value is based on executing routine, repetitive tasks, you're vulnerable. You need to start seeing yourself as a conductor, someone who orchestrates and guides AI tools to achieve superior results.
So how do you actually cultivate that human originality we talked about? Forbes lays out a fantastic survival guide. Step 1. Step out of your domain. Read and learn outside your specific industry so your brain can make unique cross-domain connections, what they call the adjacent possible. Step 2. Protect your white space. Don't let AI just fill every second of your day with more tasks. Use the time AI saves you to actually sit and think. Your brain needs rest to form new connections. And Step 3. Cultivate constructive conflict. You see, AI naturally avoids conflict and seeks consensus, but human friction and constructive argument are exactly what breed true innovation.
Which leaves us with this final, critical question. Will you use AI to amplify your unique humanity, or will you allow it to replace your originality? The data is crystal clear here. The AI revolution is not an inevitable job apocalypse for those who are willing to adapt. It's a powerful mirror reflecting our own choices. The tools are here. The demand for human-AI collaboration is surging, and now it is entirely up to you to go out there and cultivate your own human moat. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this gives you exactly what you need to navigate the future of work.